welcome to Pages and Pages. Today I'm going to be doing the Booktube Book Tag. Malia from Book Paradise tagged me in this and it sounded really creative and awesome. I think she got it originally from Irish Reader, and so I'm going to give it a shot. I have a cool idea, and so I want to try it and show you what I'm doing. So what you do for this tag is there are 7 kind of character roles, and you take 7 booktubers, which is like so few. I wanted to like include all of the booktubers, but that would be like hundreds of characters. To get everybody in there, we'd have to write like another Game of Thrones series, but hopefully with less killing. To keep it simple, we're just going to do 7 characters, 7 booktubers. So you cast your story, and then you have 2 minutes to lay it all out there and to tell the story. And hopefully it'll be kind of interesting. And I'm excited to get into it. You have these different roles, and we're going to hopefully find booktubers that fit with those roles. So I've written down 7 booktubers' names, and I've put them in this teapot because it was pretty, and I liked it. So without further ado, let us find out who our cast is for this crazy story that's about to happen. The first role we have to fill is the one who dies. So let's find out who dies in this story. I'm so sorry. This is going to be a sad story indeed. Amanda from Amanda Center. Amanda is going to die. Oh. Okay, let's keep going. The next role is the love interest. Who am I going to fall in love with? Acacia from Acacia Eyes. Acacia's the love interest. She is very persuasive. Lots of woo going on. Who are the bad guys? Victoria from A Hermit's Progress is the bad guy. This is not how I imagined this cast, but let's just try it. Let's keep going. The one who betrays me. And that's going to be Dalton and Adrian from Stripped Cover Lit, both of them. Why am I not even surprised that it would be Dalton and Adrian who would be the ones to betray me? So number 5 is the best friend / side character. Alright, so my best friend is going to be Clara from Books and Questions, and she's going to be my best friend. That's perfect. She's wonderful and lovely. Number 6 is going to be the one with the unique power, and let's see who that is. RJ from The Secret Stacks. He would be. Let's just face it, he would be the one with the special power. And the last role is the one we're trying to save, and that is going to be Emma, the bookish princess. Oh, she's so lovely. And now we have our damsel in distress. So now that we have our cast, let's get into the story. So here's what went down. When RJ showed up on the scene with the ability to smith new words, I knew there would be trouble. I mean, granted, this sort of thing was most likely over, with Shakespeare being dead and all that. Clara and I always talked about what we would do if we were ever faced with that kind of a situation, where a person with that kind of power decided to wreak havoc on the English language. She said she would probably try to interview them with a spoon. I felt like I was fairly compelled to fangirl. But I guess you can't know how you're really going to act until you're actually in the middle of it. So there I was, sitting in my usual spot, you know, the spot besides the piano in the back of that old coffee house where I always go to read, wondering if I would ever get the courage up to talk to Acacia, the other regular who always sat 2 tables away. Today she was reading a book about fairies or something, and seemed almost too oblivious to me to actually be insensible to my presence. I was just reading, drinking some coffee, thinking about how cute Emma's hair looked, and how good the coffee smelled, when out of nowhere, Victoria blusters in, and she marches right up to the counter where Emma is doing her best to get the foam just right on somebody's latte. She starts belligerently degrading Emma's work, saying that she wanted her foam to be perfect and her beans to be roasted for like 3 days at a medium heat in like Africa or something. She's like some sort of uncontrollable coffee hipster, and she was being very rude to Emma. Emma's eyes start to well up with tears, and Victoria gives no impression of letting up, but seems to dig deeper, putting down roots and drawing every eye in the place to Emma's burning cheeks. I can't watch this go on any longer, and am on the point of entering the confrontation when Dalton, Adrian, and RJ come into the coffee house, no doubt coming in for some refreshment after some sort of poetry street fight. Immediately, RJ springs into action and starts slinging words at Victoria. I exchange a look with Dalton that says something like, "Hello," and "I hope Adrian isn't being a jerk to you." And then Adrian sidles over to the table where Acacia is reading her book and whispers something in her ear. And then she gasps, looks at me, I look at my lap, and they leave the place arm in arm. Dalton just shrugs and goes after them. RJ and Victoria are locked in this epic battle of words and language. Emma ducks behind the counter to avoid all the flying insults. At the precise moment one of the most murderous messages was sailing through the air, the other barista, Amanda, emerges from the back room and is struck full on by some very hurtful words. She crumples onto the floor, dead. Victoria balks, stutters, and then leaves in a whirlwind of hackneyed words. RJ helps Emma to her feet and asks if she's okay. There's heaps of potential for a sequel where those two fall in love and there's just like love oozing everywhere. But I rush to Amanda's side and check for a pulse. There is none. Struck square by heavy linguistic blows intended for another, Amanda passes into the next world. I weep and leave the coffee house alone. That was a little longer than 2 minutes, wasn't it? But that's my story and I'm sticking to it. It was a tragedy, that's for sure. I'm so sorry, Amanda. And Acacia? Why would you pick Dalton and Adrian over me? Such betrayal. Thank you so much for watching. I am so sorry if you died or you were a victim in this story. Thank you, Malia, for tagging me. I had a lot of fun making this video. And I'm going to go ahead and tag my cast, and all of their links are down below. You definitely need to go out and check out their channels because they're all amazing, inspiring people, and I am so grateful to be in a community with them because they make Booktube a cool place to be. And that's it for me. I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.